Hello everyone, Justin Crummy here with the Cujo Productions channel. Please do not adjust the device that you are watching this video on. We are actually going to talk about this. I know I don't normally get into this kind of stuff, but I'm doing a Marvel themed video later. It should be up on my channel later today. So I feel like I should throw my opinion in on this subject. Now, if you guys haven't heard, in the wake of X-Men Apocalypse's, for the most part, mediocre, subpar reviews, there's this conspiracy theory that Disney, or Marvel, whatever you want to call them, is paying critics to intentionally hate movies, just so their movies do better at the box office. Now, this isn't the first time this has been brought up. Actually, Batman v Superman was met with critical panning. People did not like this movie. It got terrible reviews, and that's really where I want to point this to, because another YouTuber actually, said out loud that the reason Batman v Superman wasn't liked is because critics were being paid to intentionally hate on it. And it's gotten to the point where there's actually a fucking petition. A petition to stop Disney from paying off critics. I'm not making this up. I swear to God. Now, this is the stupidest thing I've heard all day. Really, it is. It's the stupidest thing ever. I'm going to go over some reasons why I think it's stupid. Now, first and foremost, I've heard a lot of conspiracy theories in my life. And some of them, there could be some believability to. I'm not going to get into that because that's a whole other topic of discussion. But here's the thing about conspiracy theories. If you're going to have a conspiracy theory, you need to have some evidence or some valid points to back it up. And by valid points or evidence, I don't mean your own opinion. Now, here's the thing. If you liked Batman v Superman, that's great. Great. If you thought it was better than Civil War, hey, cool. I'm alright with that. Your opinion. Opinions are different. But if you're one of those people that honestly believe that the whole Marvel's paying off critics thing, that it's just not, it can't be the case. Okay, and here's how it can't be the case. I got a list of movies right here that I got all their Rotten Tomato scores. This should clarify that this rumor is just that, a rumor started by some butthurt fan who just hated the fact that the critics didn't agree with their opinion. And I'm not trying to insult anybody. Like I said, if you like Batman v Superman, great. I saw the movie. I enjoyed some aspects of it. I thought it was kind of a mess, but whatever. I mean, opinions are different. I'm trying to be as nice about this as I can, but I'm sorry. This is really stupid. Okay. I want to draw the attention to Batman v Superman first. At the moment, it has a 27% on Rotten Tomatoes. Now, the movie's been out for about a couple months now. It came out in March. It had aspects that I liked, aspects I didn't like, but that's just my own opinion. Now, do I think it deserves the 27% on Rotten Tomatoes that it got? No. I think it's better than that. It's not good, like I just said, but I think it's better than 27%. Now, here's the thing. Batman v Superman had so much hype. When a movie has a lot of hype like that, it's going to be judged on a pretty critical level. Batman v Superman apparently didn't live up to the hype. The critics, that's their job. They have to give their opinion on things. You don't always agree with them. I don't always agree with them. There are plenty of movies that critics hated that I personally enjoyed. Now I'm gonna talk about the whole X-Men Apocalypse thing. Now, I haven't seen X-Men Apocalypse yet. It hasn't come out where I live. I haven't seen it. I don't have an opinion about how the film was because, again, I haven't seen it. I can't give my opinion on a movie that I haven't seen yet. Now, the movie right now stands at a 54%, which is not good, but it's not terrible. And actually, it had like a 40 at one time, so that score is only going up. Now, here's where I'm going to tie this into the whole Disney paying off the critics to hate on it makes no sense. If that were true, would X-Men Apocalypse's score be rising at all? Would it be going up? Don't you think it'd be at like 30 and then 20 and then 10, eventually probably hit 0 or something close to it? Don't you think the score would be going down rather than up? Let's talk about Deadpool. Pretty amazing movie. You know what its Rotten Tomatoes score was? Right now, it's 83%. I remember when I went to see it, it was at like a 90 or something around there. So, yeah, it kind of took a little bit of a drop, but 83% is still certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. And it's an amazing movie. I just bought it on Blu-ray. But here's the thing I'm trying to go after. Deadpool might be a Marvel character, but Fox owns the rights to him. Deadpool is not a Marvel Studios character. It was not a Marvel Studios film. But it still got critical praise, and it still does. So I'm going to ask you again. If Disney is paying people to hate on other superhero movies, so Marvel Studios movies does better at the box office, wouldn't Deadpool get a low score? Now let's go over some Marvel Studio movies that, for the most part, were kind of just meh. Let's start with Iron Man 2. At the moment, it holds a 72% on Rotten Tomatoes. I personally didn't think the movie was all that good. It was just okay. I'm kind of in the same boat as Batman v Superman with that one. It had its moments. Overall, not as good as the first one. But, yeah, Iron Man 2, 72%. That's not certified fresh. Let's talk about another Iron Man movie. Iron Man 3 has a 79%. Now, granted, that is certified fresh. For the most part, a lot of people really didn't like that movie. 79%, not really a terrible score. Actually, it's not bad. It's actually quite good. But here's the thing. If Disney or Marvel was paying off the critics, again, I'm going to ask, wouldn't they intentionally have them, wouldn't they pay them to say, hey, give our movie the best review ever. We want it to get 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Now, granted, these movies came out before this stupid rumor flew around, but I don't care. Let's talk about Thor: The Dark World. I honestly haven't seen this one yet. I've heard subpar things. I heard it was kind of boring at times, and I don't know. Thor: The Dark World has a 66%, not certified fresh. Finish the puzzle. Wouldn't Disney, if Disney was paying off critics, wouldn't they do that again? Now, the last movie I want to talk about is Avengers: Age of Ultron. Pretty fun movie for the most part. It's got a 75% on Rotten Tomatoes right now. Now, granted, that's certified fresh, but here's the thing. This is the sequel to The Avengers. One of the most groundbreaking movies of, well, in comic books. A lot of people refer to it as the best comic book movie ever. Whether you agree with that or not is up to you. So, the sequel had a lot to live up to. And for the most part, it didn't. It didn't live up to it. Now, again, this is a sequel to one of the biggest breakthroughs in comic book movies of all time. This is a movie that, Marvel Studios was really hoping would succeed. And it did. It made some good money at the box office. It still made money, but critically, it was, I'm thinking, not what they wanted. Because Marvel Studios have put themselves so high on a pedestal that anything below like an 80 is probably a disappointment. So when Age of Ultron came out, initially, I had heard like subpar to mediocre things about it. Alright guys, now comes the time of the video where I ask, what do you think of all this? Do you think there is a conspiracy? Do you think there's not? Do you think everything, if you did think there was a conspiracy, do you think that I've done a good job kind of shedding some light on why I think it's kind of stupid to think that? Whatever you think, throw it in the comment section below. Go nuts. Before I go, I normally don't do this, but if you don't want to take my word for it, I highly suggest you check out a video by a channel called Comic Book Cast 2. Definitely check that video. Check them out because they also covered this subject. And they did a really good job with their video. I will link the video down in the description bar below with all my other stuff, the normal stuff. But anyway, guys, that's all I got for you today. Have a great day. If you're not having a great day, I hope it gets better. And until next time, I'm Justin Crumley, and this is Cujo Productions, signing out.